Another one? What's with these guys?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spice back at it again with another, not even with another match, with another podcast, the Catch Up Volume 77. And guys, it has been one of the hardest week for Manchester United fans after I don't know what I can say, a blunder of 2 weeks of just disappointment. But guys, if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and also remember to share as well. And send your super chat while we're live. And if you want to contribute via the link description, you can always click on the link description via PayPal as well. And before we even get started, guys, remember, Red United TV is proudly partnered with BetUS, so make sure you click on the link description and click the BetUS link. And then if you're ready with BetUS, you can always use Red United TV promo and you get a little bit something extra. But let's get straight started because I don't have time for it. Let me introduce you to the guys because you're here for what you want, your therapy, your Man United therapy. Let me start it off with Ems. Big up, Ems. I'm not going to ask anyone how they are, because we already know how people are. I'm just going to ask you how you do. Big up, Ems. Everything good, you know. I don't even want to, you know what? You can't even avoid asking someone how they are. But Ems, what's up, bro?
I'm all right, man. You know how it goes, man. You just have to not let a certain situation ruin your life and your day, man. You have to get on with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm all right. I'm just ready to talk about the topic.
The topic, indeed. And as you can see there, the topic is what is going on at Manchester United and Ten Hag's fury. Let me bring you in, of course, representing the Man United family. Allah. Welcome back again, bro. He's got his spectacles on. He's serious today. How you been, brother?
Like M said, we don't need to feel bad. We should have expected this, but we didn't know it would be this bad. Well, we are just yesterday about the game and just dissect everything, and let's know where it went wrong and what we can do to change the situation.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm with you, man. Hopefully, Man United can change the situation by themselves without the fans getting themselves in for. Jerome, how you doing, my brother? How you been?
Yeah, man, I'm all good in the hood. The best way to approach this is to separate the life of Jerome to football. You got basically two separate entities. If you do it like that, that's how you get through it. So it's going to be a bumpy road, but we just got to stick it out. But drastic changes are needed, definitely, because we can't continue to go on like this. It's not good for our well-being, our mental health, and the rest of it. So let's see what happens in the next week with transfers, because changes are needed for sure.
For sure. And also, Big Phil is with us. Big Phil, what's up, brother? It's been a while. How you been, brother, bro?
Yeah, still feeling the same way as last season. So I mean, it is what it is. And boy, only 2 games gone, and I'm feeling like I need a drink. That's all I can say.
It is. And guys, let's get it started because, of course, you know what you're here for. It is Brentford for Manchester United. As we are about to discuss the game, let me start it off first before the first person can take the spotlight. Manchester United getting their ass handed and stung by the bees at Brentford Community Stadium, whatever the name is called. Manchester United back-to-back defeat. too many goals conceded, poor performances from certain individuals. Man United conceding a goal with David De Gea becoming Butterfingers again, giving us mistakes and etc. Martinez heights being exploited, and of course the players as well. After the heavy defeat, Maguire hid inside the changing room, and you had De Gea come out to defend the team. What a punk he is right there. And of course, the very next day, the club themselves, the manager, ensured that the players never took a day off, coming on a day off to run 13.8 kilometers. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into the game. Manchester United getting it out whooped. Who wants to be the first to open this conversation up? Who wants to be first, bro? Who wants? You know what? Yeah, as Phil, you got the shades on. You take the floor, and of course, we join in after.
You can hear me, right?
Well, we can hear you loud.
Cool. No, I just had to get some noise canceling headphones, obviously because of the background noise, right?
Yeah.
No, I think I left a message on Ivorian Spice's Instagram when he posted a couple of things, right? And this is with regards to Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
Right? No. And if you guys didn't see that message, I'll just probably give you a gist of what it was surrounding, because at the end of the day, we've been linked with so many midfielders, but we never get them in, right? Tell me one reason why Scott McTominay is good enough for Manchester United Football Club, but he is not good enough to start in Scotland's midfield. Is Scotland even ranked in the top 50 countries by FIFA? Ask yourself that question, right? There are so many passengers on this team, and Scott McTominay is one of them. It's almost like Manchester United is this bus, is this airplane, and there's at least two people who want to take the driver's seat or take the pilot seat, and everybody else is just a passenger. I can name at least 7 players that need to not be in this first team. Harry Maguire, 1. Luke Shaw, 2. Fred and Scott, that's 4. Bruno Fernandes, 5. And this guy, Marcus Rashford, is starting to get on my nerves as well, too. On my nerves. Okay? I had this guy picked to be similar to Kylian Mbappe. I told myself about a year ago that the difference between Kylian Mbappe and Marcus Rashford is just decision making, right? And now it is 2 years on from that time. I'm telling myself this guy is closer to being Aaron Lennon than a Kylian Mbappe. I am so sorry, but I'm so glad that Ten Hag did not give these guys the day off, right? Because they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, dog. They don't deserve it. Come on, what have they done within the last 6 months? 6 months that they can tell themselves, yo, I need to go on vacation. I need to go to Dubai and Bali and this place and that place to go on some. No. Get your ass out on the road and go and run. I think there was a stat that Ivorian Spice mentioned where the Brentford players ran about 8 kilometers more than Man United yesterday or 2 days ago.
13.8.
13.8. So 3 kilometers more.
That was the difference. That shows you how lazy some of these guys are. Lazy, right? I don't want to take it no more time. I don't want it to be about me. I want you guys to get your points across, because if it was just me at Ivorian Spice, we can take this for another hour.
Let me take charge.
Yes, go on in.
Listen, my thing is this, right, bro. I'm sorry, yeah. Erik Ten Hag, yeah. I like him as a coach, but what he done was so naive, bro. So naive, bro. Lisandro Martinez is my height, bro. 5'7". He's not 5'9". He's 5'7". We're going away from to Brentford, bro. Do you not think they're gonna put Ivan Toney up against this guy, bro? He needs to be told, bro. This is the Premier League, not Eric. What's it actually called? Eredivisie.
Eredivisie.
No, the name, bro. Whatever. What did I say? I don't even know, but whatever, bro. Yeah. And I just sit there and I think, bro. As well as I think these players, I could. Do you know what? Yeah. Since I've been born, This is the worst crop of players I've ever seen at Man United Football Club. From time when Gary Neville says, yeah, if we sell Ronaldo, bro, we could end up in bottom half, bro. Do you know how scary that is? That is scary. I have never seen it in my life.
Yeah, in the bottom half already, Ems.
I know, but finish, bro. Bottom half, not start, finish. And bro, have you seen our goal difference, bro? Is it -5 in 2 games?
-5 after 2 games.
Are you sure it's not 6? We conceded 4 plus 2.
But Ems,
and never reached
6. Yeah, but Ems,
we didn't score.
It's -5. It's -5.
In my opinion, we never scored a goal.
We haven't scored.
It was an own goal.
But where is this so-called leadership from Harry Maguire? Harry Maguire can see that Ivan Toney is bullying Lissandro Martinez. Why doesn't Harry Maguire say, I am more physical and taller than you? Let me switch.
Can I say something?
You're a fridge.
I've always said, Harry Maguire always avoids the big, strong man in a defensive responsibility. He always allows our weaker defender to go up against. Like, for example, if you have Lindelof will be the guy that takes the tallest and the strongest man, while the big man himself relaxes and don't take the big challenge. And I've always said that before. Why is Lissandro Martinez marking Ivan Toney when you, Maguire, are like 6'5"? Like 300 pounds, including your head shape, yeah? And you don't ever challenge the big man. You just stay free. I just don't understand that. But yeah, guys, continue.
Bro, sorry, one last thing. Sorry, bro, wait. Bro, have you realized, right? Matt Fred, Maguire, Shaw, all these men, they've never contributed us to win a trophy, bro. Never, bro. Never. If you look, they've never contributed to us winning a trophy, bro.
You want to hear something funny? Our last trophy was 2017, right? You know who made their debut after that season? Scott McTominay.
You know what? I'm gonna try my best to not rant. I've listened to everyone have their say. This is my take on it. We saw the lineup against Brighton and we thought, something's got to change because Fred can't play. Maguire needs to get dropped. Rashford needs to get dropped. Bruno needs to get dropped. Then I saw the lineup against Brentford. I was like, okay, he's made one change. He's taken McTominay or McShallow, people call him, out of the team. Okay, cool. First 10 minutes, nothing's really happening. I thought, okay, yeah, should get a good positive result. Went out to make a quick drink, came back. I think it was after 11 minutes, the ball was in the back of the net. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I looked at the replay. I just see a tame shot, just fumble through the gear's arms. And I was just thinking, League One keepers can deal with that comfortably. I was like, okay, cool. We're 1-0 down. It's still only 10, 15 minutes. Then the second goal, a basic punt up the pitch. No, De Gea passes it to Eriksen and he's already got 2 men already on him under pressure. And then before you know it, within a blink of an eye, balls in the back of the net. 2-0 down. Erik ten Hag's on the touchline, shell-shocked, speechless, shaking his head. Everyone watching the game, the fans, everyone's just shaking their head as well and just thinking, what the hell is going on? We haven't even played and we're 2-0 down. Literally, we haven't even played. We haven't even settled into the game and we're 2-0 down. The whole team's deflated. Yeah. Everyone's weak mentally. And from that moment on, that was it. We'd lost the game within 15, 20 minutes because that team has no heart. They have no desire. They have no fitness levels and they're weak mentally. So it was almost like we might as well have just packed it in and just went back to Manchester because throughout that game, I didn't feel like there was any chance of us getting back into this game. And I think that's a worrying thing. From past United sides, you could go a goal down and you could be like, okay, we'll go down, but we'll recover, we'll regroup, get our act together, and we'll get back into the game. But this team is just terrible. We can't, it's almost like we have to score the first goal. And after the first 2 games, we haven't scored any. And another thing as well, although touching on what Em said about Erik ten Hag being a good coach, but I think this stubbornness is going to hinder this team because everyone could see, it was clear to see, clear as day against Brighton at home, that drastic changes were needed. And he only made one change, and he put Martinez in defence. And we know that Brentford are a physical side. It's almost like the fans know this. Didn't Erik Ten Hag do his homework on his opponents? It was just, like I said, it was just so naive. And then it was just almost like you said, he just thought it was just like the Dutch league. But I think now, if he hasn't learned from his mistakes in his first 2 games, then we're just going to be doomed for the rest of the season, and he might as well just resign, because we're not going to do anything if he doesn't make any changes. As there's a saying, insanity. If you're doing the same thing and expecting different results, you're just gonna make yourself go crazy. So let's hope that going forward, he looks at those 2 games and makes the changes what the team is dying out for.
Ola, we haven't heard from you. What's your thoughts on that?
Like, I understand the Martinez stuff. I understand it's 5'7" for the Premier League. It might not be like the type of defender you need Premier League. But if we look at those goals, the first goal, it was De Gea's mistake. The second goal was De Gea, instead of hitting the ball hard, it tried to play it to Eriksen, that 2 players were already on him. The third goal, yes, I can blame Martinez for, because if he was tall enough, he might have been able to get that ball out of the net. But with the fourth goal, it was a counter attack, and Maguire was nowhere to be found. Maguire left was Ivan Toney, and before he could turn back, Ivan Toney has left, and that was a counter attack. So I don't really think there's any of the goals that you can really fault Martinez for, even though they bullied him in huge parts of the game. But it's not as if he made a particular mistake that made us concede a particular goal. So it just shows how bad the players around him are also. Because I felt in the first 15 to 16 minutes, he was like, I would say it was the best of a bad bunch, but he was still trying to just get out the ball, like stopping out some attack. But I just feel it all went up from conceding that first goal. And we've had these issues with, once we concede a goal, our headstone, we don't know how to come back from 1 goal down, 2 goal down. We've seen instances of United losing 2-0 in the past, and we still come back and win the games by 3 goals to 2. But suddenly, once we concede a goal now, it just goes bad, and we don't even know how to come back from it. And 4-0 in like 30 minutes. This is Brentford. This is not prime Barcelona or Real Madrid or even Man City, Liverpool. Okay, let's imagine what will happen against Liverpool in the weekend if you are conceding 4 goals to Brentford in 30 minutes. It has gone so bad that we all as fans, we don't even know where the solution is coming from. The transfer window has been shambles. They are going in for Rabiot. Even Rabiot, we have to offer him a ridiculous amount of salary for him to come. I don't like Rabiot. I don't want him. We deserve better than Rabiot. But now we are still pricing him. We are still trying to bring him in by force. So it shows how bad we are and how badly on we are. And we will come here every day and we'll keep talking about the Glazers, what they've done wrong, and how they could change it. But I will give a very good example of Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy of Tottenham, the fans were on his back. They were complaining, but look at what he has done with Conte. He tried to turn things around. He brought in the director of football. Now they got in good players. And now they are looking good. Fine, against Chelsea, they didn't play really well, but they got the results. They got the 1 point. That's what we need. They have to change something. We know it's hard to get them out, but we have to. If they can't go out, then let's see improvement. Let's see changes. Let's see footballing people handling footballing decisions. Let's get a good director of football, someone that is good with recruitment, and getting good players in. We can't keep papering over the cracks and complain about this. We complain about this for over 10 years, and we are still in this situation. And now it's going from bad to worse. Now, next game is Liverpool. After Liverpool, it seems to have Southampton. There is no easy game coming anytime soon. The 2 easiest game we had was against Brentford and Brighton, and we've lost. So where are the changes to come from? We don't know.
I think what we need to do, we need to stop playing the same losing teams from last season, or say the last few years, because they're a bunch of losers. They ain't got no pedigree of winning things, and you can see the loser mentality in the teams that Erik Ten Hag's picking. I know people say, clean slate, new system and that, but as they said, the leopards don't change its spots. So we need to start making drastic changes. If we don't, like I said before, then we're just going to be continuing on this downward trajectory.
But my
God
question
knows.
is, we know we need to make the changes, and Ten Hag was a bit naive to go with the same players and trust them again. And I agree with you guys; it could have made these changes, but again, I keep thinking that it took him by storm, by surprise, the Premier League, and he's still learning to understand this league in certain games. But Manchester United now, as we speak right now, gotten 4-0, 8 sitting about, I think, bottom of the league. Still, Manchester United haven't bothered to make a signing. Right now, they want to make a sell of James Garner, which we'll go into. But it just shows. It really shows. Will Ten Hag? Do you think Ten Hag will correct his mistake come after Liverpool? Because the Liverpool one doesn't matter what he does. It's going to end in the result of a defeat. But after that, do you think he will make those changes?
I hope so. I hope we've made signings by then, because if we don't, then it's probably just going to be the same similar teams, because as you can see, the bench is very weak. We had hella players leave on free transfers and we haven't replaced them. So just fingers crossed that we can get a few signings in, because if we don't, then we can't really expect it to make too many changes, even though we should really start giving the young players.
But if you look at it today now, we have, even though Abio's signing is not done yet, even though we don't want him, but maybe the club or the coach wants him. So we are not even moving fast. We are not moving fast in just like, let's get players in. It's just like everything that's happened is like nothing, because I'm not seeing any view link with a particular player that we are really going for. And the thing is, like I said in the last show, Ralph thought about this, and I feel this is part of what will affect Erik Ten Hag. Trying to believe in these players. These players, they've been shit for years. They've been playing this shit football for years. McTominay, Fred, these guys, they've not improved under any manager.
Maguire.
Yes, Maguire.
You want to know how much of a jolt our recruitment system is?
Mm-hmm.
We have spent 14 weeks trying to get Frankie de Jong. I have ordered parcels from Amazon that have come faster.
Yeah, and now with the Frankie de Jong thing, it doesn't look likely that most likely he's not coming. So you get the point. Our recruitment, the people, the scouts, the people handling these transfers, they are shit, and we knew this before the season started. But we want to give the John Motors and the Richard Arnold a benefit of the doubt. That's like, even with these players, they've not proven anything. They've not done anything to be given another chance. But how came with the Ghanaian press? And these players could not press. So it showed you that.
This all leads back to Ralph. Nobody listened to Ralph. If Ralph was still here, we'd have got some good players in. But as it looks like the board don't want to spend money.
I want to pause you guys there, because obviously we're going to get into that section of the transfers, but we've still got quite a few things to talk about. We've got some players who underperformed that we never even discussed, guys. We never discussed David De Gea. We never discussed the Marcus Rashford. We never discussed the poor performance from Luke Shaw, Jadon Sancho, which I don't know what's going on with Jadon Sancho. But David De Gea once again, 2 mistakes cost us 2 goals. What are we saying? Ems, I'm going to start with you first, and then we can join in.
Bro, I've defended this guy, but I think the way we want to play, I don't think it's the answer for Ten Hag system. So maybe we might have to look for a new goalkeeper come next summer. I think his time's up. That's what I think.
You want to know what made it worse? You know who kept the clean sheet and saved the penalty this weekend?
Dean Henderson, man.
Back to you, Ems. Good.
I big sure I hear all that, but me, I don't trust Dean Henderson at Man United Football Club anyway. But we need a good goalkeeper that can play with their feet, brother. And I don't think Dean Henderson's it. But you've got to play it. But yeah, I think I think his time is up, because he's not good with the ball with his feet. Even simple 5-yard pass, man can't do, bro. So we need to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? I think his era of goalkeeping is so 10 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying?
There's a reason why De Gea doesn't start for Spain anymore, because of that.
If you got Robert Sanchez ahead of you in the Spain national team,
they've scored. Crystal Palace has scored 1-0. Crystal Palace.
Up
I don't
there.
even know, bro. I'm not going to celebrate. I know they've got the characters to come back. There's no point celebrating.
But on the David De Gea issue, I feel like some part of the fan base think we don't like David De Gea. I love David De Gea. He has been a good servant. He has saved a lot. He has saved us a lot in the past seasons. But with this new coach, we know the way he wants to play. We know he wants to play out from the back, and we've not seen De Gea do that under other managers. We were trying to see if he can, but it just shows clearly that he can't. So we need to get a goalkeeper in, but I feel that might not be possible now because we have a lot of priority positions to focus on. It should be possible because we are a big club, we should have the money to spend and get anything we want. But with the Glazers and their issues and keeping us in a very bad situation of being in debt and the rest, we need signings. This shows that we need signings. In defense, in midfield, in attack, we need signings. But we are not seeing anything. We have less than close to 2 weeks left in the transfer window and nothing, and we are seeing nothing. And now any player we're getting now we will panic too. A lot of these clubs, they begin their season, they don't want to let any player go at this point because if a player leaves the team at this point, it causes a problem for the team to get other players in. We should have been fast in the transfer window, getting all the targets of Erik in early. Look at Anthony. We're going for De Jong all transfer window, and we couldn't get Anthony at the end of the day because we delayed. And Ajax has sold a lot of players that now they don't want to let Anthony go, and we are not ready to pay the 80 million or 100 million asking price. Something has to change with this football club. We can't keep going this way. And now it's going from bad to worse because Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester, Arsenal. I don't see where the result is coming from. Unless something changes.
I'm going to stop you there, Ola, as I only just want to interject, of course. Big up to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share across all social media as well. And as always, you can always contribute to the channel. But before we even move it on to transfers, because we haven't, of course, I would not ask anyone who's your man in the match. To be fair, in my opinion, all of you guys are the man in the match because you endured a hard-ass spanking as Manchester United fans to endure that. But let's go to a donkey match, and then we move it on to the transfers. And of course, when we're going to talk about the transfer, Marcus Rashford to PSG, James Garner up for sale, and this De Jong shit not sorted out. What else is on there as well? That's been going on with Manchester United. Anyway, we'll get there. But first of all, I want to start off with you from M to move it up to M's to Ola to Jerome and then to Big Phil. Donkey of the match, because my one was David De Gea. What was yours, M's?
Same as yours, mate. Same as yours.
Ola, what was your donkey of the match?
I would say Harry Maguire because he's the captain of this club, and I don't see anything that he has shown for me to say he's going to be a good captain anytime soon. So we need to get that guy out or get the captain band off his hands. So, I'll go Harry Maguire.
And Jerome, what about you?
Yeah, well, to be honest, you have a full squad full of donkeys, but I think I agree that it's got to be Harry Maguire because he just disappears in games. He's meant to be the leader. He's meant to be rallying up the troops, and it's non-existent. He might as well not be there. He might as well just play with 10 men.
He disappears in the post-match reaction. So,
also, listen, this guy, he doesn't even know where the changing room is.
I know. You almost walked into the away changing room, and it makes sense because he plays against us all the time. And Big Phil, what about you? Your donkey of the match?
Look, just write each name on a piece of paper, put it in a hat, shake it around, and pick up one. And that's your donkey.
In other words, they are all donkey of the match. Now, guys, moving on from the match away now, we've got some serious business. As I said before earlier on, guys, for those who are tuning in as well, Manchester United got in the ass spank. You think that we will just start making some move, but of course, our manager, not our manager, our board owners and the owners, the board haven't done anything. And this time, I'm beyond. I've said it before. I'm beyond this point where I'm going to start blaming the manager because I've got to that point where we've been about 3 or 4 managers. We've had 6 managers so far, and it's still the same shit. And that's the ownership and the way the business is being run by the owners and the board members. And it's not good enough. We saw a week last week where we saw Marcus Rashford apparently having conversations with PSG, with the owners, and they're really quite serious. And to me, I'll be honest with you guys, I was like, thumbs up. Get rid of Marcus Rashford. Make a statement, If Erik wants to make a statement, sell Marcus Rashford. A Manchester born and bred. And Mank, get rid of his ass because he's been poor. Another player that's been linked away for a move is James Garner. First of all, let's discuss Marcus Rashford's future. I'm going to start off with Big Phil because you look like a savage right now. So, Big Phil, Marcus Rashford, PSG, what are you saying? And then everyone joins in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it from a business perspective, and then from my perspective, right? From a business perspective, I would not get rid of Marcus Rashford because let's be real, he's probably the poster boy for England for the last 2 to 3 years, right?
Not
Now,
in the
from my
last 2 years.
perspective, yeah, because he's been feeding the children and what's not, and he's been having podcasts with Obama and all this. So, I mean, that's probably the reason he won't be sold, right? But from my perspective, PSG give me upwards of 60 million, and he can go. He can go, right? Marcus Rashford, I was a big fan of because this guy, don't forget, he scored on all of his debuts. He scored on his debut versus Arsenal, versus Manchester City, England debut, Champions League debut, Europa League debut. I will always remember that. That guy scored on all of his debuts, right? But for some reason, he's just digressed, right? And he's more heading towards the echelon of the Theo Walcotts and the Aaron Lennons instead of like the Kylian Mbappe's and like the Erling Haalands and the Joe Felix's where he should be up there, but he's not there as yet. So, I'll take back what I said about selling him to PSG. Okay, I will give Marcus Rashford until January 2023 to get his shit together. Okay, new coach, new philosophy. I'm going to give him up to January 2023 because Marcus Rashford is what 24, 25 right now, right?
24.
He's 24. He's at that. He's not 18, 19 anymore, right? He's not learning his trade. He already knows Manchester United. He already knows how to play football, right? I'm going to give him up to 2023 to sort his shit out, and then we can go from 2023 summer. If he hasn't made any improvement, if he hasn't improved, then he's got to go.
The way I see it, I think United should just book the ferry and drag him onto that boat and take the money and run because he's been crap for 2 years now. We've made loads of excuses for him. It was a back injury. Oli was overplaying him, this and that. We kept losing. We had bad defeats. We're just seeing posts on social media every week. Sorry, guys. We go again, FC. All that nonsense. All the excuses have run out now. We've just seen that he's just not the player that we expected him to be. He hasn't met the apparent potential that he had when he first burst into the scene. So I think it's time for United to cash in because I think he's got a year plus the option to extend it for a further year. And he's already on this downward trajectory. So I think we should try and sell him, get as much money as we can for him while his stock is still at a reasonable level. Otherwise, it might be a situation where he plays crap for the rest of the season and he's only got a year left and then no one wants to buy him. And then we're just stuck with a player that's not good enough to play for United. So we should definitely cash in and reinvest into the squad and get an upgrade in it because I'm sure the club under Erik ten Hag can find better forwards that are more effective than Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, but do you guys think, like, I feel the best option is for us to sell him because I don't think he deserves a new contract with what he has done in the last 2 to 3 years. So why keeping him if you have the opportunity to sell him and get some money? For 40 million, I would sell
Ola, this club is known. This club is known for giving or rewarding managers and players off of poor performances, new contracts.
Are you going to sort one?
But
Bruno Fernandes. Don't forget Bruno.
I agree with that. But I agree with that. But at some point, I feel things has to change, and I don't see it changing soon. But I just feel like I gave the example of Daniel Levy. The Glazers can still salvage something by making the decisions right now, and let's see if in the next 2 or 3 years we'll be looking back at today and saying, "Oh, what's happened now? Like made us make some good decisions that put us in a better situation in 2 or 3 years from now." I don't see them making it because they are even nowhere to be found. We don't even know where the Glazers are. But at the end of the day, I just feel if they can still salvage something, they can still change. So Marcus Rashford, if we get a good money for him, like 40 to 50 or 60 million, let's sell him and just get the money, even though we know they might not spend the money on something good, but let's just cash in now that we can. Because we let Pogba go on a fee. We got Pogba in for close to 100 million. Let him go on a fee. Just Lingard left on the fee. So we don't have to make those mistakes. When we have to sell, let's sell and cash in and make the money.
I'm down for Marcus Rashford to be sold, because at the end of the day, that guy has what's it called? What was I say? The guy has
Down
what's the word?
tools.
Down tools at times. Last season I know he lost a lot of confidence, but when he came on, his decision making still hasn't improved. And he's 24 years old, and this is the prime age of a footballer when you're competent as a footballer.
Yeah.
When you're not gonna make the mistakes, you're gonna make the right passes. You know how to finish. You know how to make the right moves. In terms of movement and positioning. But yet you still act like you're an 18-year-old guy making your debut for Manchester United 24/7. And I've had enough. And guys, it's been 5 years, and I've never said one time I've seen a good 90 minutes from Marcus Rashford without being frustrated. And I used to call him Nani 2.0, but Nani wasn't this frustrating watching him. I felt like I've discredited Nani for a hot second. But Marcus Rashford needs to go, guys. He needs to go. He hasn't performed for 2 years. Or 3 years, if I were to be honest with you. Inconsistent as always, and to this age still doesn't make the right decisions. We can't do this anymore. And I said it again. You can't go anywhere and have Mark Rashford in your team and actually challenge with Mark Rashford because the decision making is not good enough. You want to challenge, you need to be clinical. Mark Rashford is nothing but clinical. And look at his England career. It's gone down the drain, and it's been 2 years or 3 years without him being in the England squad starting. His last time was the Euros, and he came on the bench. Like the guy's trajectory is just gone down. He's gone down the drain. He's probably gonna be one day playing for someone like Aston Villa, in my opinion. He ain't gonna get anymore. No disrespect. He's my boy. Listen,
The next Gabby at Bundlehood.
yeah, the next Gabriel and Bungalow. Just a speed merchant with pace.
But nobody ever heard of Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka before Marcus Rashford,
That was absolutely true. But look at them now. Look at Phil Foden.
Look at them now.
Look at them now.
Yeah. But I go as far as with Rashford, I felt like when Tenor came in, we were thinking, let's give him a clean slate. Let's see if he can perform under a Tenor that's going to be a very good attacking coach. But so far, we've not even seen any improvement. It's just basic, like what happened last season. We were giving him an excuse of the shoulder injury, this and that. But now he has no excuse. He has nothing to hide on that. So if he doesn't get a good performance, like I can still give him the benefits of the doubt till maybe January. But up until then, if he doesn't improve, then he has to go. We have to cash in on him because we can't keep letting these players go for a free. Because at the end of the day, by the time if there's no one coming in to sign him, we either give him a new contract or we allow him go for free at the end of the day. So why not cash in now and get the money? Because he's not looking good for Marcus Rashford at all. I appreciate all what he has done in the past. He scored some crucial goals, some good goals in some matches. Let's not discredit him like it's the worst thing that ever happened to Manchester United. But when he hits a point, you have to just make your decision. You have to let him go, let him stay. But at this point, it seems he has to go.
What I gotta say is, guys, again, it's Monday. It's almost the end of the day. 5 p.m. has gone past in the UK time. It's 8:30 something, 8:46. What happened to this rabbit deal? I would have thought since we got our ass whooped on Saturday, as soon as Monday, not even before it hits 9 a.m. By 8 a.m., I'm expecting a breaking news. Manchester United has signed Rabbit. If he was really serious about where you want to go, but guys, it just shows with this ownership, they do not want to improve. They do not want to.
It's just Rabiot suggests she's doing her job. She's doing her job very well. She wants to get that price to a very high size, to a very high level, which shows Rabiot is. I don't want him because it's like I feel. He's not much better than McTominay at the end of the day. Yeah, he might have won a lot of silverwares with PSG and Juventus, but he hasn't really played consistently for years to show me that he deserves to come into this midfield and maybe change something. But you can see we are still handling the price of his salary. We are trying to price him, but at the end of the day, we might end up giving him 200 and something K. What has he done to put 200 and something K salary? Yeah. Now, and he's coming into the Premier League that is going to be harder than even playing in Juventus and at PSG. So it just shows how badly on we are.
Hola, their Juventus fans messaging me over the last couple of days. Take him. Yes, take him.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even sure that United even want him. I think United have got second thoughts on taking this player on, and Rabiot's got second thoughts on coming to United because it's a simple, straightforward £15 million deal, 3-year deal. You can't get any more basic than that. Juventus has basically said, "Here you go, you take him. We were prepared to lose him on a free, so just take him." So I honestly think that United have got second thoughts on this guy. That's why we haven't closed the deal yet, because as I just said, it's a straightforward deal. This is nothing compared to the De Jong saga.
And I don't want him. So maybe that's good, because I don't want him. Maybe we should go and get someone else, because I feel it's just a waste of the 15 million. I don't see a reason, but and Juventus are really happy to sell. They really want to get that money and let him go. So it shows how badly they want to let him go, which shows he's not really good enough. But if he was good enough, they will be begging to keep him, and they don't want to. So, but United are confused at this point. We are frustrated.
I won't be surprised. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, bro, that the young stuff, I've switched off, bro. I don't know why we're still talking about that, bro. Move on, bro. Move on, bro. I don't know why they still talking about that. Like I've switched off, zoned out, bro.
A deal has been agreed apparently. The deferred wages covered.
I don't believe it. I see this.
We're just getting bantered.
That's what I want to see.
I ain't gonna
the
lie,
handshaking guy with Ten Hag.
And the contract signed.
I want to see this.
The whole De Jong thing, right? I'm a bit scared if he does come, bro. The pressure for him to play the DM role and do that is going to be immense if he does come. If he did, but he ain't coming though.
And so, especially with no preseason with Manchester United to understand the way how the club wants. You understand the way the club wants to play, but I'm just nervous. Because to be fair, I'll be honest with you guys. I've seen it so many times. We sign anyone that gets thrown in just makes look like garbage at the end of the day. So that's the thing about Manchester. We've got bad luck. So
I'll be honest, if you were De Jong and you've seen and you've seen the start of our season, how bad it is, would you still want to come? Even if it was suggested at first, if you have seen how badly run this club is and how bad the performance is, if De Jong's coming, it won't stop Maguire from playing shit. He can only improve us going forward, but it won't stop Luke Shaw from not running to the byline and putting in crosses. So he can only do his own part, his own job. Whereas the other players will still always make the mistakes they've been making. And that, I don't think it will really change anything if we don't make this. Look at Malacia when he came in the second half. Look at the difference to Malacia and Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has been here for years. Fine, I understand that they've scored 4 goals, so they're not really attacking or wanting to get more goals. But it shows something. Like, it shows you that he can move forward. He's just putting in crosses, like starting into the midfield, just trying to make sure the ball is moving. But with Shaw, we've not seen it in years. So De Jong can only do his job. He can't change the whole team. So we have to make Ten Hag has to make key decisions, benching some of these players and bringing in some of the young stars. That's why I'm surprised Jimmy Garner is going. Fine, we haven't really seen him play for West Ham United, but Jimmy Garner can't do as worse as McTominay has done. He can't do more than that. He can only play the same way. So let's try this out. Instead of letting him go and keeping McTominay, keeping Fred, I would love to see Garnacho start ahead of Rashford. Let's just switch things up. Let's see a difference.
I'm going to stop you. Hold on. I'm going to stop you there because I see Ems is itching to speak as well. I saw him do this. Have your say, because we're coming close to the end of the show, guys.
Bro, listen. The aim of the game is if these men ain't doing well in the 3-4 year cycle, you need to move them on. That's the aim of the game, bro. You move these people on, bro. Like, you can't keep playing the same players, bro. Don't move them on now.
Yeah. And then let me say, we're believing is good. It's like that's why I used to they have to be ruthless. We know it's a disciplinary. We need to see it. It's not only by mouth.
We technically saw a bit of it yesterday, because certain people don't want to acknowledge the fact that he called people in on their day off to do some running. And if you called me,
true.
I'm gonna think shit, bro.
But I will ask pass after that first game. A lot of us still want to see Luke Shaw starting. We do want to see Harry Maguire starting, but it's starting again. So how ruthless is he? So that's the fact. We need to see it on the pitch. You might do everything in training, but at the end of the day, once Maguire, Luke Shaw, Fred, McTominay, once they are still playing in the starting lineup, then I don't think anything will change. Let him make a statement. Show these players that if you don't perform well, you are not coming onto the pitch. So something needs to change. Because Ten Hag also, we trust him. We are trying to trust the process, but he needs to show us that he has the balls to make some decisions that a lot of people might not accept, but He has to make it.
Yeah.
You know,
And
one thing I must say on this transfers-
one last
go
thing,
on.
Jerome,
Go on.
you have the last word, and then we unfortunately run
Yeah.
out of time.
Yeah, one thing I must say, just to conclude on this transfers,
Mm-hmm.
I think if De Jong did come here, he'll be one brave youth to come into this
Yeah.
mess. And
Yeah.
secondly, I've got a feeling that United are probably going to target midfielders already in the Premier League because that makes sense. I thought we need to look at
or so on.
yeah, we need to just look at players that we're familiar with and are used to the Premier League. Right now, we can't be taking risks with all these overseas players that coming in with bad attitudes and that sort of stuff and don't have the Premier League experience. We just need to just consolidate our Premier League top 6, get players in that know the league, and then start the proper rebuild with the players that Ten Hag actually wants next summer. Because right now, it's looking like a farce in this transfer market, and Ten Hag's not being backed properly.
Yep, and to conclude to that, Ten Hag isn't really being backed properly. Like I said before,
Yeah.
you can't just sign one player to go out in July when you've come in and started your job very early and give them a list of demands of players you want. And then when you're close to the end of your tour, you sign 2 extra players on when the tour is done and everyone's on their way back and they have 2 games to prepare themselves for the next season. Ten Hag hasn't been backed, and he's been given a platform to not succeed and just fail. And these men are not serious. Like I said before, to lose 4-0, to lose 2-1 to Brighton, and you come on a Monday and you're thinking that these men are not signing anyone, and then tomorrow again they haven't signed anyone, and then you go to Friday. By the time it gets to Friday, no one has signed, and then someone signs on Monday, the day that we play Liverpool, and they can't play. That's how our club's gonna move. Next week Monday, we would have signed De Jong or Rabbit. I'm telling you that now. But guys, big up to everyone that's watched as well. Make sure you share us your views and thoughts on the comments if you're watching on playback. Subscribe, smash that like button, and remember to share. Before we leave right now, of course, I would like to go around everyone to find out where you can find them from. I'm going to start off with you, Big Phil. Since it's been a long time, where can the people find you?
Yeah. Definitely you can find me on Instagram at Phil Brizio Romano.
Yes, guys, and if you struggle to find him, you can always go through the Red United TV Instagram account, and you'll probably end up finding him as he probably is tagged on one of the clips as well.
I put it there just now.
Yes, he's put it just there, so make sure you guys follow as well. And Jerome, where can the people find you?
Yeah, they can find me on Instagram and the username jwilliams_1.
And Ola, where can the people find you?
On Insta, the United Family One, and on Twitter _ the United Fam.
Yes, and Ems, which platform they can find you? Which platform is not working?
The platform that's in house right now is the Instagram is m.w.doms, and on Twitter is m.doms. That's where you can find me.
Yeah, so right now he's using both of his social media platforms. Yeah, of course, at times you're probably wondering why I say that, because at times one of them is active, one of them is not.
That's right.
Active, inactive, and etc. So, guys, it is what it is. But big up to everyone. You can always find me here Mondays. Again, make sure you tune in tomorrow on Sarcasm City at 5:30 for the Mandem United podcast. And also, of course, your boy has signed up with the Football Terrence on Tuesday for a 9 p.m. podcast with the Football Terrence, guys. So, yes, Alvarez Spice is going places in life. And make sure as well on Wednesday, I'm hoping to do an Instagram TV Manchester United news course. So make sure you tune into that. And of course, next week, Monday, we've got the watch along. And the catch up will probably be on the Tuesday at around 8 p.m. So I won't be doing the football. I might do the Football Terrence depending on my energy. But yeah, guys, as always, as I like to leave it, try to keep it united as always. But always remember to keep it Red United, guys. We are out. Your boys are out. Peace and love to everyone. We shall see you next week, Tuesday, I'm hoping. So big up to everyone. Peace. As always, peace.
Fuck.